Hello my gorgeous cuties out there and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bri and I am just a crazy lover of all things beauty and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. So if those are things you like to watch, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But in today's video, I'm going to be playing with the new Bridgerton collection from Mcgrath. I picked up the eyeshadow palette as well as the blush glow trio and I thought I would create a look, let you guys know my thoughts, do some swatches and have some fun with makeup. So if you were interested in seeing and hearing all of that, then keep on watching. Alright my love bugs, I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm having kind of a rough day. It's been an emotional kind of day. I cried a lot, I had a lot of ups and downs, and sometimes days can be like that. So if I seem a little like out of sorts, a little under the weather, not as perky as usual, it's because of that. But I wanted to film a video because it usually gets my spirits up. It's a mood booster, and makeup and like YouTube and everything is definitely an outlet for me and brings me joy, especially like your guys' comments and feedback, and I just love hearing from all y'all. So this really helps me feel better doing these videos and getting comments from you guys because you guys are just so sweet. Like I have the sweetest audience. I've gotten the kindest, nicest comments. So I thought, you know what, I'll film because I know it's gonna make me feel better. And I also got this collection in the mail today, so I was like, perfect, I can film with this, create a look, have some fun, enjoy the makeup, the process, and be here with you guys. Anyways, let's get into this collection. So this is a collab with Mcgrath and the Netflix show called Bridgerton. I don't know anything about that show. I have not watched it, but I just liked the like aesthetic, the vibe, the packaging was so pretty, the color stories. So I was like, you know what? I want to try that. Even though I don't know anything about the show, it's probably going to make me end up watching it so I can know what the hell is going on and the whole like theme behind the show. But I'm just excited to get into these products. So let me go over each one, show you guys some swatches, and then I will create a look with these products. So the first thing that I got that's in the collection is this blush and glow trio. It's the same setup as their other blush and glow trios. There's 2 blushes and a highlighter, and from what I can see, there aren't any repeat shades with the other palettes that they have, so I'm happy that they didn't like repeat any shades. So if you like these blushes and highlighters and like this setup and you wanted to try new shades, you will get some new ones in here. So this goes for $52. So show you guys up close what it looks like. Isn't that cute? Like the packaging, the vibes, everything is so adorable. And then here are the shades that are inside. There's a mirror, there's 2 blushes. One's more of a poppy pink, one's more of like a muted mauve cool tone pink. Then there's this beautiful highlighter. I can't wait to use this on my cheeks. I really like the formula of these blushes and highlighters. And then the palette, this one goes for $65. Same pattern on the outside of the palette. And here is the back of it. This has 6 pans in it. So it's a more of like a mini palette, but I thought this color story was beautiful, like the mauves, the berry tones, and I think this one right up here is a special shade, and then the rest are mattes. These 2 kind of look like satins, and then these look like 2 like regular metallics, but really pretty color story. I love these kind of shades, so I can't wait to create a look. I'll probably try to use all of the shades in this one because I mean it's not that hard to use 6 shades on my eyes. They did also come out with 2 new Skin Fetish highlighters. There's one in a yellow gold and one in a platinum gold, so they made a version for deeper skin tones and lighter skin tones. The formula in the Sublime skin highlighter is beautiful, so if it's the same formula, since they're like naming it the same, it's probably going to be beautiful. I have the one from the holiday collection, this one right here, and I've raved about this. The formula is really beautiful. They are $60 each, so they're pretty pricey highlighters, but that was the other 2 things that were in the collection. They did do various bundles where you could save some money by doing it in a bundle, which is what I did with these 2. It was like $106. And then there was like a discount for like early access if you signed up to get notified when it came out. So overall, it wasn't too bad in the price range, but that was everything in this collection that I wanted to go over. So I thought I would zoom you guys in now and create a look, and then I can give you guys my thoughts at the end of this video. Okay, got you guys zoomed in. I will make sure to link my face makeup that I'm wearing in case you're curious on what's on my face. And let's get into the like blush glow palette first. then I'll get into the palette. So I think I'm going to use the shade that's in the middle. It's more of like a cool tone shade. I think it will go with the look better, but it looks really pretty. It's called Nymphat, and these are sold as singles, so you can get this in like their regular line. It's just in like that limited edition like packaging and setup. So let's go into it. I love the formula in here. It's very buildable, easy to like sheer out or build up color. And this one looks like it kind of has a sheen to it. Like when I look in the pan, it has somewhat of a sheen, and I love a more glowy blush. So I'm all about a nice like little sheeny blush. So it just goes on so nicely. So there we go. Look at my cheeks. They look so glowy and rosy. It's so cute. I love this. I like this shade a lot. Let me get this brush right here that I used to use with powder just to kind of clean up in the center here. Normally I take my blush way too far inward, so I usually just kind of clean up smooth edges. Ooh, love that. So now let's get into the highlighter in here, which is called Venus Nectar. I'm not sure if this one is also sold as a single, like in their regular line. I didn't check, but it probably is. Oh, do you see that? That is so beautiful, that glow. It's intense, but not in like a obnoxious kind of way. It's very beautiful. So I just really like this highlighter. It's so glowy. It meshes right into my skin. Doesn't enhance texture. Like Pat McGrath has a really beautiful highlighter formula. Okay, now let's get into the palette. I think I'm going to start off with like lightest to darkest with this one. So I'm going to go into this middle shade right here called Art of the Swoon. This looks like a satin. There's like a sheen to it. So I'm going to just start working that in the crease. Ooh. Yeah, there's definitely a sheen. So this is definitely more like a satin. But I feel like I've heard that a lot of her palettes have satin shades more than actual like mattes. No, I might be wrong. I might have misheard that. But that looks really nice. It's blending out nicely like a satin would. Now I'm going to go into this shade, which is a like deeper satin berry shade. This is called Love Match. It's so hard to like match up the names. I wish the names were underneath the pans, but you know what? You can't have everything, I guess. It's not a big deal, but it makes it easier for like YouTubers to tell you like the name. When it's on the back like that, it makes it so hard, but I'm going to work this in the crease as well, just to start deepening things up. I mean, it is definitely deeper. It's not as deep as I thought it was going to be. It looks a lot deeper in the pan to me than it's translating on the eyes. I'm just putting it a little lower than the first shade that I use, since we're like, you know, trying to build. I'm using the same brush too. Okay, I think that's building up nicely. It has that little satin sheen. I'm just going back in the lighter pink shade on the edge. Just kind of letting it blow out a little bit. Now I'm going into this shade right here. This looks like a traditional matte. This is kind of Plum Regalia is the shade name. I'm going to use that on the outer edge here. Using the same brush. I'm keeping it all the same. Okay, yeah, so that's giving some depth. It's a very plummy, cool toned kind of matte. This one has no sheen. This one is definitely powdery in the pan, so there is kickback with this one. The other ones seem very firmly pressed, the other pink shades. So they didn't really have any kickback to them, but that's usually the nature with satins. So I'm just concentrating this on the outer corner. I'll bring it in too a bit. Now I want to use a little bit of glitter primer because I just want to. So I'm going to take this Gimme Glow glitter primer and use that all over the lid because I just want the glowiest effect I can get. And this is usually what I do with most palettes. I feel like lately I've been skipping, but normally if I don't wet my brush, I'm using a glitter primer, and I don't want to wet my brush in this look, so I'm just going to use this right here all over the lid. Now I'm going to start off with this shade called Duchess Divinity. It looks kind of like a plummy taupey shade. Looks like a regular traditional metallic. It's picking up really nicely on the brush. And I'm just going to use it closest to the deeper matte on the outer corner. Just like the usual thing that I do. Yeah, it's a really pretty traditional metallic. Nothing special, I would say. But it is pretty, it's creamy, and it's going on the lid really nicely. It's sticking to that glitter primer really well, and it picks up excellent on a brush. So if you prefer using shimmers with a brush, this does really well with a dry brush, and it also does really well on a glitter primer. And I'm now going to go into this one right here called Regency Blue. This one looks really pretty. Surprisingly, it's picking up pretty well on the brush. And I'm just going to just dab that all on in the inner portion. That is a really beautiful blue. It's sticking right onto that glitter primer. And it does look like it's more of one of those topper sheer formulas. So this is definitely helping it be more intense and helping me be able to like build the shade up to get like full opacity. So now I want to run some of the mattes and satins on the lower part. So I think I want to use this one, the deeper pink shade at the bottom, and this should go on nicely since it's more of a satin formula. But I'm just running that pink, satiny, deeper shade. I forgot what it was called. Love Match is the shade. Just using that all down here. And then I will take the deeper shade on the outer corner. Yeah, that went on the bottom part really nicely. Now I'm gonna go into the Plum Regalia shade. I just dusted off some excess. I'm gonna concentrate that on the outer corner just to keep everything cohesive and match up to the top part. I want to take a little bit of the, what is it called again? The Regency Blue in the bottom part, like in the inner. I just want some more of that blue effect on my eyes. So I'm just using a dry brush. I didn't add any glitter primer down here. But you see how it like just leaves little specks? I don't know if you guys can tell. It's definitely more sheer. It just doesn't have like a pigmented base to it. I'm gonna try to use my finger and just add that. Oh yeah, that looks nice with a finger. Now I'm going to go into the last shade, which is right here. It looks like a champagne metallic, and I'm going to use that in the inner corner. So I can say I use all the shades. Yeah, this feels like just a regular old metallic. I feel like that's not giving me the brightness effect that I want. It's a little too dark. So let's take some of the Regency Blue and just top that on top instead. So I don't feel like that's light enough. And it just seems like a regular old metallic, almost leaning a little bit more satin. So I'd rather just take the blue in. Let's just do that instead. But at least I can say I tried all the shades in here. There we go. That's it. That is my look. What do you guys think? I think it's simple. It's easy. Nothing crazy. So I'm going to go put on some liner, mascara, figure out something for my lips, and I will be right back. Okay, here is the finished look. I want you guys to see up close how it turned out. I mean, I think it looks really pretty. I like the combination with like the pink and the blue. But what I did off camera was I went in with the Lethal Cosmetics Gel Liner in Analog. It's a baby blue. That went really nicely with like the blue inner portion. And then I used the Huda Beauty liner to create a wing. I went in with the Rare Beauty mascara. I'm loving this. I think I'm going to get a full size of this one. And then for my lips, I'm actually using a Pat McGrath lipstick in a 1995. This is like a little mini sample that I got in like a Sephora order. Like the formula, it's really creamy, went on really nicely. And that's how I completed this look. So I'm gonna zoom you guys out now and give you my like final first impressions on these products. All right, we are at the end of this video and I definitely have some thoughts on these products. As for the face palette, I love it, but I knew I was gonna love it. The blushes are really blendable. I love the formula. The highlighter is beautiful in this. I love how glowy my cheeks look. so pretty. And I like the options in here. I like that there's like a deeper, brighter pink, and then they have this more cool tone. I feel like this could work on various skin tones, like because this one's deeper, this one's lighter, but I feel like they're a buildable formula. So you can sheer it out or you can build it up to get it to be more opaque. And I thought the highlighter was beautiful in this. So I really love how my cheeks look with this. Love the formula, but I knew I was gonna love that product. Now in terms of the eyeshadow palette, I think it worked well. Like the formula is really nice. Everything blended really nicely. The shimmers went on nicely, but I felt underwhelmed by the palette because I had these like higher expectations because everybody really hypes up Pat McGrath's eyeshadows. And I don't know if it's worth the hype to me. I don't know if this is worth $65. Like the packaging is beautiful and everything like that and the presentation of it. But I don't know if this warrants a $65 price tag. I don't feel like it's any special. Now, I might feel differently if I try the other bigger eyeshadow palettes from Pat McGrath. And I did pick up 2 during the sales that they were having over like Cyber Monday and everything. And I'll try those first to really gauge my thought on the formula. This might be different from the usual. I don't know because this is my first time actually using her eyeshadows on my eyes and creating a look. But there are some things that I don't think is that great in the palette. Like this shade right here, I don't know. It almost feels kind of dry and chalky. It's very underwhelming. I wish like there was like a different shade there. And then these 2 here are more like satins. I wish that they were mattes instead. Now I don't mind satins. They are really blendable, but I would have preferred them to be like traditional mattes. And then for like the metallics, I think this is a really beautiful metallic. It was creamy, it's nice. And then this one is very sparkly. It's a pretty blue, but I don't think it's any special than other shades that I've tried. And I feel like I've found some really, really special shades when it comes to like indie brands. So I think it's just like a topper sparkly shade. Now in terms of how it feels, it's very different than anything I've tried. But in terms of how it looks and the effect that it does, I don't think it's anything special. Now, I know I have a very different opinion from most, and some people will be like, what? How could you think that about a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette? But it's just, the color story is cute, the packaging is cute, but I don't think the eyeshadows were anything special. They performed fine, they worked well. I think the look came out really beautiful, but the shadows are just okay. Like they work, they blend, but I'm not blown away by the palette. Anyways, guys, that was my thoughts on these products. Hopefully I don't get canceled. Hopefully people don't unsubscribe because I didn't think the palette was that special, because Pat McGrath has some really loyal fans when it comes to her eyeshadows. Now, everything else I've tried, I think is stunning and worth every penny. Like the complexion products, the blushes, the highlighters, the foundation, concealer, like all those things are really amazing. But the only thing that's underwhelmed me are the shadows so far. So I don't know, maybe it's just this palette, maybe I'm just crazy, but that was my thoughts on everything, guys. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you agree, disagree? Have you tried the products from this collection? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I'd love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I'll have the products linked. I'll have the other makeup I'm wearing linked, other videos of mine that I've done, as well as my other social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and also as Breezy_beauty, and I'm also on TikTok as Breezy_beauty. So if you want to check me out on my other social media platforms, I would really, really love that. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video, for taking the time out of your day to hang out with me for a bit. I really appreciate having all of you here. All your love and support means so much to me. But I hope you are having a wonderful year so far, and I'm just sending you all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.